Greetings all, hello. My name is Claire. I hope you're treating yourselves well and of course others. So this is a channel where I do predominantly just like basic tarot cards. I very seldom use other kind of cards, and I also put my 2 cents in pretty frequently with the readings. I try to give unbiased advice and yes, trying to ease into figuring out what to say. But I also have these pink cards that I sometimes, which I have not for this specific reading, but other times I have used these cards where I pull them at the beginning and havoc ensues. They're just basic tarot cards, but you absolutely cannot decipher anything on them on camera or easily decipher anything on them. So I tend to not really show them to people, or I absentmindedly do it, and stuff like that. We're just here to have a good time, peoples, and I am glad you're here, of course. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, okay, first of all, let me let you in on this whole week I have been listening to, of course, Young Buck. I've pretty much told you guys that a lot. There's a song, it's Lose My Mind by him. It was one of my favorite songs when I was 13, and the lyrics are upsetting. I must have been, I was very angsty as a child. Okay, also, more of an intro, I have been listening. I used to be a EDM music promoter, and I don't necessarily care for EDM, and to each their own. I don't really like dubstep either. And all week I've been listening to Borgore, and I'm not even gonna hold you guys. I saw him live once, and it was so fun. I had a really good time. So with that, I tell you this because I was thinking maybe you should, you know how it's nice to have something to look forward to? I was thinking maybe look into going to a live show. I think that could be beneficial for my fellow music heads, my music and takers, whatever. I just feel a lot of people like music, and live music it's nice, and I think everyone should experience something that they enjoy music-wise live at least once, so maybe look into that. Let's get into this reading. I went from hardly an intro to just really long intro. So, all right, this is a reading of what you need to know right now. And here we go. You have been let down with the 10 of Cups in reverse by someone who you really trusted. Either a situation in a home where you thought it would be prosperous or ongoing has failed you, or the situation just kind of crumbled apart. The relationship you have with someone who you felt kind of eternally towards, maybe it was a family member or a friend, someone I'm hearing idolized. So someone you really cared for, maybe you thought was going to be in your life for a significant amount of time, has failed you or left you in the dust or abandon you, or maybe they passed away. I'm sorry. There's a sense of you have been significantly wounded by your environment or betrayed in an emotional way, but it came to an end. Maybe it was over a long period of time or something, but this was a situation where you had to put it to an end for sure. You might have gone through a period of depression, or when you think about it, you feel very bleak. It's disheartening for sure. But I think that you were kind of over that as well, because you had the 5 of Cups and this was in reverse. So I think you're kind of if this has happened, it's gone and dealt like the deed has been dealt. So you are trying to maneuver through the process of what you have to do now, and the world it sees you. It is identifying that. Patience, planning for what you can. I think there's a significant balance in not trying to control situations, maybe not trying to influence situations in ways that you are able to do it, even if it is tempting. There's a need for serious pause. You need to address your harvest, the things that you might be harvesting that, like, we get caught up in the things that we do on a day-to-day basis, so we might not identify some of our emotions or actions as not beneficial to us or others. So there's see what you're actually planting. If you're sowing things, like if you feel like you have things that are coming to a fruition in your life that are negative or not so positive, maybe see if it is just something that was kind of inevitable, or if it's something that you have a hand in some way or another, because life is about to give you a purity. I'm feeling very like you're gonna feel like you're in a bizarro world. Like it's gonna be very gonzo for a second, almost because you're in a state of like gushiness, malleable. It's like a caterpillar in a cocoon sort of feeling. You are being trapped within your surroundings, but I don't think it's necessarily like maybe you're holding yourself back in certain ways, or you're able to find like I'm hearing retrieval, upheaval, just like you have a way of onlooking on your surroundings. You can kind of withdraw, and I think that there's a need for you to do that to the extent that you have best. Like maybe even not posting if that's a thing, or posting very little, or what you just need to. Holding back information online seems to be kind of a thing. I can't remember Queen of Wands if this came out. Okay, yeah. I was wondering what this was. So there's a need for you to hold back information, or just whatever is only necessary in the situation for you to divulge as of right now. Maybe just keep the things that you know to yourself, or keep your emotions to yourself. There's I don't want to hold you back from being like confiding in people that you care about or something right now, but there's a need for like only serious trust, because you might have an issue kind of with trust. With like at the beginning we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. There is a need for you to like maybe confide in certain people, but the tricky part is maybe keeping it very on the hush or something, because okay, so the Queen of Wands, I'm just going to say upright, and the Five of Swords upright. And the Five of Swords always, to me, identifies as where'd they get the knife from. So it's someone who is playing games with you, someone who is either playing in your face or trying to hold you back, but aggressively almost. Maybe you're finding out how people have done you dirty or led you astray, but this seems in like a social setting. Maybe someone had tried to get something that was yours, or tried to grow with you, but let you pick up most of the slack or do most of the work. Someone saw the purpose in you, someone saw the strength in you, or saw what you could provide, maybe socially, or just provide in general. There was you have a growth. You have something in you that is very nutritious. You're very fertile soil for anyone to gain. People feel creative around you, or inspired in their life to maybe do better, see better, things like that. You should. I'm pretty sure that you've seen that in your own life. You seem very intelligent. People see that you're intelligent. The Six of Swords, it's hard for you to give up on situations. I've seen this kind of, or felt this in the air a little bit. It's like, you know what it's like to feel when people like have given up on you, or like left you, just left out. I just think that you've been confused by how people treat you versus like how they act or how they like speak to you, or like it's hard to give up on people. It's super hard to give up on people. Sometimes harder than when people give up on you, like, you know, because you don't want to stifle someone's growth if you can be there for them. But I think maybe there's a situation where you feel as though you've stifled your growth, or maybe someone else's, by being in the mix and catering to the way that they are. Maybe you've enabled someone's habits in a way, or bad behavior, the Two of Swords in reverse. Maybe you've kept people tied up in a situation knowing what it really was. I think there's like a sense of not wanting to like ruffle feathers or really see a demise of a situation. So you tried a variety of ways to see your way out, or see the possibilities that were not negative, like seeing a way through the situation without like compromise. You were looking for compromise this whole time, and I think it's kind of like realizing that this person is not going to change, and especially not when you treat them I'm hearing special, but I think like you're just providing for someone's neglect in themselves. Like you're allowing someone to waste their time in essence, but I don't think it's negatively. You're allowing them to not be on their path because they're distracted with you, or distracted in the situation. Maybe you provided comfort or friendship, love, companionship, something like that. Just this person has spent time with you when both of you could have been better apart. The Six of Wands. Yeah, I think maybe there was a situation where you tried to find success no matter what, in many ways, but it has evaded you. I think that severe needing to change your environment, if you can change friend groups, or change up a friend group that is making you feel as though if you were to change, you would be doing something wrong, or you're not fulfilling your purpose because you are bickering or fighting. You're seeing the dumps in a situation where ultimately you would prosper just in almost any other situation. It's probably not like that acute. Like, I don't think it's necessarily like any situation would be better than this one. You probably learned a little bit, but I think you're kind of teetering into overstaying your welcome, maybe suffering some karma at the hands of just being around. I think that there was a failure of like escapism. Like, I think that there was an escapism. Nine of Cups in reverse. Or maybe either you or someone that you're observing is using escapism, and for that life is also fleeting them. It's like escaping them sort of situation. They're treating the small opportunities to not be on course like bad behavior, just simple and plain, whatever that comes as just bad behavior, and choosing to do that just because they know that they're comfortable enough to feel and do that. It's a sense of like sulking just because you are comfortable enough to not make the moves because they're not dire. Maybe you're witnessing someone do that, or maybe you were doing that. Maybe it's a mixture of both. But the Page of Wands, the only way there's going to be movement forward, the only way there will be movement forward, let's see what this says. Okay, so I also use these books, but it's basically me just have written in them randomly throughout the day. This page just simply says gnar. So I think that the situation is going to be gnarly, like the uprooting of it. There's a sense of like it has either been very hectic or it's about to be, but it's coming to a head. Either because I think that there's going to be a starting over process, and life is allowing you a variety of, like, the thing that you're trying to attain, or whether it's like getting in or getting out of a situation. Life is about to give you the opportunities. Again, I think that you're going to be retested in a way to fulfill your purpose, in a sense, whatever that is. And it seems like you are smart. So don't second guess the situation. There's a sense of like your intuition is very sharp, and you might just kind of be beaten down because it's been so long since you've had a victory or a win. There's a need for you to, despite all the things that are going on around you, all the things that you feel, do not be swayed. Do not be disturbed. Path forward ahead. Use your intuition and your hindsight, like all the things that you've learned in the recent past or in general is coming to a close, a head, in a sense of like, you can fail or you can pass this, and it can be, I think if you pass it, it's just a sense of like, you will be on to the next thing, and it might be kind of gnarly feeling at first, but it will be your like a real big life goal accomplished. I think you're going to be on your path to like an actual big, brutal change in your life, and it will be provided to you, as well as you will feel like you can take it on, sort of thing. Like when I say brutal, I think that'll be like in a good way, because it seems like maybe boredom has filled your arena, or just like stagnancy. So this next thing, it will be different, and you'll be ready to take it on. It's just a sense of like you have to, there's like a pass fail kind of thing going on between that. So I wish you luck, and you've got this. You gotta know I love you. Pile 2, hello, greetings, what to do. This is what you need to know as of right now, and I'll just be using a few tarot decks, just like the good old basic kind, and getting to the bottom of what you should be, what you should know. So let's do this. You could be worried about how you're going to level up. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I think there's a sense of wanting financial acclaim, wanting a serious job or a consistent job, and it falling through your fingers. You probably have kind of a hustle lifestyle, or just a sense of money but inconsistency with that. Maybe you work several jobs or spread thin. You are constantly having to think of your next step when it comes to making money or investments, always having to figure out a way of living or cost of living, sort of. It's on your mind, or maybe you're trying to get a comfortable sort of living in order to attain a lifestyle with someone, or make a comfortable life with someone. Maybe you're feeling inspired to take on domestication, or I'm hearing luxury, but I think it's more of just like the casual everyday, having the things that you need, sustenance, substance, having air conditioning. You know, I don't have air conditioning and it's very warm. So I think maybe I'm hearing if you have been breaking out a lot, maybe wash your sheets more frequently, or use a detergent that is fragrance-free, or products that don't have fragrances. I would keep on hearing that or thinking about that on a day-to-day basis. Like maybe you are having headaches or stuff like that. Just a sense of taking out chemicals, maybe using less chemicals in cleaning or products on a daily basis. If you can make more natural steps or purchases, for whatever reason, I feel inclined to tell you that. The world has chosen you for big things. It wants you to get happiness through a passion of yours. You have a job that you will actually enjoy the toil of. Like you will be brimming with excitement, maybe not all the times, but you will enjoy the creative rush, or you will feel invigorated by something that life kind of wants to expose you to. I think that you have maybe been distracted with ill temper, or not taking risks in certain ways, or maybe doing too much, maybe spreading yourself thin, or exposing yourself to environments that are using you up in a way. You're shining. People can see it. People want to soak you up. They want to ingest what you've got going because they can feel your nature being very connected to source, whether you are actually like religious or spiritual, whatever. I think people see that you kind of maybe have like a sparkle in your eye, or very understanding in ways that they can't speak on. It just, you have a pull that is nonverbal almost. It's just this world is almost yours in a sense. You have a romantic sense with life because I think life kind of dotes on you. I think life enjoys the fact that you are like, you're here for a very big purpose, and the fact that that is the thing, I think that your karma kind of comes tenfold. Or I've said this in other readings, there's a sense of maybe with the Two of Cups, I'm thinking in this life you are granted the ability to receive karma very frequently and consistently if you need to be reprimanded, but it doesn't have to be so serious. I think life just wants you to be on course so that you can achieve all the things that you definitely need to. Life has chosen you. It will pick on you, and it will single you out until you have assumed all of the tasks at hand. I think there's different tasks at different times, but the Two of Cups, there is great things coming for you, good back and forths within all varieties of your life, love, business, just even if you don't enjoy people particularly, I think that you might even get a job where you get to do a lot of what you want to do, and you don't even have to deal with the sides of it that you don't like. Maybe that's what it is. Like, you get to do something, or you get to be a part of something, and you don't have to necessarily do the parts that you don't want. Maybe you're going to be on a team that other people will assume the positions that you don't want to fill. Like, teamwork makes the dream work, I'm hearing. So I think that in this life you are being granted the ability to coast on your own and with people, but maybe you've been given a lot of trials with trust and people kind of wasting your time because they see your purpose but don't know how to feel about you being in the equation. Like, whether people want you to be there or not, I think that they don't know how to, Knight of Cups, treat you properly, or you might kind of step on toes because you speak your mind, or the Knight of Cups in reverse. Maybe people want more out of you than you can give in a lot of situations, just simply for the fact that in this life you are very self-satisfying. What is it? Self-sufficient is the better word for that. I think that people like you being around, whether it's just to spy on you or they truly enjoy your company. I think that you kind of people get lost in conversation with you very frequently. So maybe you've had a issue, like as of lately, you've not wanted to expose yourself in a sense of like, you don't want to talk to people or like give away your ideas or show too much because people are out here doing whatever they want, saying whatever they want, taking, where's the give? I think, let's see. What do you need to know as of right now? I looked at this book and it did absolutely nothing for me. You saw me go through a few pages and, oh my gosh, you got the 9 of Swords in reverse and you got it twice amongst 2 decks. So truly, you are like, I am not going to feel bad. No one's going to make me feel bad. I think maybe you do have parts of you that are very sad. Maybe, okay, so I keep on going to this page. It says fail to evolve. And I'm like, what does that mean? So maybe you're not seeing the ways that you can escape snakes in your life or escape the things that people have done to you in this life. Maybe you're like, there's habits that you hold out of a defense, like whether it is holding people at a distance or not taking advice well. There's a habit that you're holding because whether you identify as a good thing, a decent thing, neutral, or bad, there's something that you need to take on. 4 of Wands in order to or maybe, okay, so maybe this is a thing where you're waiting for a lover right now. Okay, so maybe the 9 of Swords, you have seen someone that you care about being taken advantage of and they're stuck in a situation. I think the 4 of Wands in reverse, this person has failed to evolve. That is what that word was. Okay, this person has failed to evolve. You have someone that you care about deeply that you thought was going to come back into your life. The Devil in reverse, they see that they've done something malicious or bad, wrong, dirty. Maybe they've done something that's straight up just despicable, things that they don't want to tell you about. They have failed to evolve. It even could be very simple as like they're just childish in their mind or like playing games still, very prideful. They still need to undergo ego deaths. There's a sense with the Devil in reverse, this person has failed to evolve. They the 4 of Wands, there's a waiting game. Life wants you to continue to care about this person and nurture your feelings for this person. I think that there's a sense of you're being tested with this as well because you're truly like about to have something really sweet and precious with this person, but it needs to be pure. And this person is still no good. Still no good. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person is being held up because they have made choices that compromise you and them in a sense. Like if you guys were to come together right now, you guys would look bad. You would undergo judgment together. And this person is probably justice for all the things that you have felt and gone through. So you guys are going to have a pure love at the end of this. But as of right now, life is holding you back from each other because they have not it right now. Sorry, bud. Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's very emotional for both of you. The situation is not pleasant. It's not a good thing. They realize that as well, though. So I guess that is kind of a good thing. Like, they're learning the lessons, but they're going through the motions to learn the lessons, and that sucks to have to deal with. I think that if they were to communicate with you, maybe one of you would snap on the other, and that is not wholesome or delightful. So give it time. This person is definitely at they're the light at the end of the tunnel. It seems that they're the acquisition. I think the thing that you are going to get is going to be lovely, but they're snakes in the grass as of right now. Whether it's the person or the people around them, the situation is being held up because of good reason, and it hurts, but it is what it is right now. It's, justice. So just do what you can to keep yourself satisfied and satiated with whatever you can, and don't fall victim to temptation or these tests, because you're a mirror to this person. You will be tested in the same ways they have, and they just failed them. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And you gotta know I love you.